see how this goes. So, hello everyone, I'm Santir. Streaming a DOSBox game is super awkward and clunky as all get out. So we're just going to... Okay, so there's 5 episodes. So for some context, let me go ahead and start here. So for some context, I've been playing through... Hi, I'm Santir, by the way. I've been playing through Quake, Doom, and Doom 2 on my Switch because they were on sale on for QuakeCon. And I found myself feeling a mite bit nostalgic and like playing through those games again. So, you know, good sale. I decided to get them. And that made me really start to pay attention. Now, I played a lot of these games. This is by Ravensoft, but it was... id Software had some involvement. It's modified Doom engine, for those who are not familiar with this game. And so I was playing through... Like, I played Doom, more Doom 2, actually, apparently, and Quake and stuff as a kid growing up. And, let's see. Yeah, these are fairly slow. I'll get to that and what I was just looking at there in a moment. But just kind of finish my thoughts while not trying to do action and get confused. I played them a good bit as a kid, but with, like, cheat codes and stuff. And so I've gone back with... game designer brain, you know, 2 decades later or whatever it is, and actually played through them without cheat codes, on easier difficulties, but without cheat codes, and just actually looking at the game design and stuff. And so I've had a lot of thoughts that have been kind of brewing and percolating in my brain about Quake. That's the one I decided to replay first, and I played through Doom and Doom 2. By the way, when I went through Doom, I'm like, oh, wow, I recognize, like, nothing outside of the first episode. Like, basically nothing. So I don't think I really ever played that game beyond the first episode as a kid. But I played Doom 2 semi-regularly, and I'm like, yeah, I recognize a bunch of this stuff. So I have a lot of different thoughts kind of going on. By the way, the additional expansions that came out with this... Updated is a bit of a loose term, but... newly released iteration of Quake... The expansion packs I thought were quite excellent. But anyway, so I was playing a lot of Doom, and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to do a comparison of Doom 2, Quake, Heretic, and Hexen. Now, I played through Hexen on the channel a little while ago, so their stream VOD's up on my YouTube channel. There should be a link to those. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do a bit of a comparison here. Now, this is going to be a lot more similar to Doom, but there's a number of things that I'm looking for. One of the big things is I want to look at the weapons, because I found myself having I love that death animation on the golems there, I think is what those are. But one of the things that's really interesting is this game has different ammo for each of the weapons, and I'm going to be very curious to see how that feels in comparison to, in particular, Quake. Quake had a lot of same ammo use. Like, you have your shotguns, your nail guns, and your grenade/rocket launcher that use the same ammo. And then there's the Thunderbolt, of course, which... Thunderbolt just feels like a upgraded version of, and barely at that, but an upgraded version of the, hi. Everything feels suspicious. Upgraded version of the nail gun / super nail gun perforator? I don't even know what it's called. That's what I'm looking for. But this game adds an inventory, and it has a bunch of different weapons that have different ammos for each one, as I recall. So I'm going to be really curious to see how that feels. There is some overlap in terms of ammo in Doom as well. Obviously, the plasma rifle and the BFG 9000, which I think works a little bit better than what they did with the Thunderbolt and Quake. And then I'm actually largely disappointed with the weapons in Quake, by the way, for reasons that I will get into later, or if people want to ask. I guess I can get into them a little bit now. Ethereal Crossbow is a really cool weapon. Opens the door. But I'm just going to be really curious to see how the different weapons feel in this. And how... Oh, yeah, and the pistol and the chain gun. Which the chain gun was actually much more useful than I remembered it being. I think the big reason why is because it's a lot better at clearing out a bunch of small enemies than I realized. I'm also not going for like 100% or anything. I'm just trying to get a general feel. Oh, is it? I should check. Let's save. And then I should actually check info. Yeah, inventory of those. Select use. Okay, quick save is F6. F6, F9, okay. Oh. Wait. Is it? Oh, F2. Okay, they both bring it up. Okay, never mind. It doesn't work quite the way. It's not quite save state like. These guys actually, I think they're called like Spirit Wars or something, but they definitely remind me of the visually of the Revenants from Doom 2. It's interesting. An advantage of the Crystal Wand here, or whatever it's called, is I think this is a hit scan weapon. So there's a concept in these games that hit scan is a weapon that just kind of makes damage happen wherever it's pointed, versus projectile weapons that have to travel to their target. Okay, got him. How do I get up there? I think there's a way. Interesting. Ah, there is. Get a second Tome of Power, which is good. Wonder how easy it is to get armor in this. Armor is definitely very useful in Quake and Doom. There is a torch item, which is the same thing as the light amplification goggles. I remember really liking the Tome of Power. I think it showed up again in Hexen 2, but not in Hexen. What was it? No, that was just me hitting the button too. I don't know, might as well save that way. Yeah, there's definitely a bit... Like, okay, so this is something that I'm looking at. I can fire that, and then if I want to switch this weapon, like, it takes a bit to switch weapons. So it's like that weapon swap time is actually pretty significant. And has a really big impact on sort of the overall feel of the game. It's one of those, like, hard to quantify little things, but it really does matter a lot for, like, how long it takes to switch weapons, Because sometimes you want to switch weapons, right? Because a different weapon would be better in your current given scenario. But if it takes a long time to switch weapons, maybe it's not actually a good idea. I'm not sure what that switch does, but we'll find out. Maybe. The other thing about Quake is that because it's a 3D game, it doesn't have a map. Whereas Doom and Doom 2, and this obviously, and Hexen, all use the Doom engine in some way, and do have a map. Oh, there's a lot of them there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't trust that. So this is your chain gun equivalent, as I recall. I feel like I remember this weapon being kind of bad. Okay, so something else actually that I want to highlight that just struck me is this game's UI. Let's see, I can do that, and then I can do that. I don't like that big because I want to be able to see my weapon ammo and items and stuff. But this game's UI is not showing me ammo for all of my weapons, which is something that Doom's UI does do. So that's not... It's just an observation. I think one of the things that's nice about being able to see all of your weapons ammo is it does give you a sense of... if you want to switch weapons, this weapon is actually really good just because it's hit scan and fires very quickly and actually has a decent amount of ammo. Like, it's not great, but it's not terrible. I'm having to remember my buttons a little bit because it's different from playing a similar game on the Switch. I don't want to get those explosive shrubberies blown up before they cause me problems. But like right now, the only way for me to know how much ammo I have in my my claw orb is to swap to it, which has the big downside of having to wait for that long weapon swap animation. That was me trying to run fast and accidentally shooting my weapon instead. Okay, so these are time bombs. You know, I don't remember if this game lets you transfer all of your inventory. Thought that might be the case. I imagine it does, right? I like the inventory, but it also has a problem of when do I want to use it, sort of thing. Oh, interesting. Okay, hang on. There was... Okay. Cool. I do really like the ethereal crossbow, but it's being able to see how much capacity you have at a moment's notice is actually for different things is actually really kind of nice. In order to like know what you want to swap to. So the absence of that is actually something that I am noticing. Somewhere the auto aim messes with you. Game safe? That was weird. Oh, goodness. Well, that came a moment not too soon. Oh, interesting. You know what? I'm going to use this tome. Okay, that might have been vaguely overkill. But they gave me another one in here anyway, so... It's one of those things where inventory systems are a bit tricky. Because the issue is when do you use them? Especially when you have powerful artifacts like the... the tome there. Literal tome of power. Powerful artifacts, you know, all that good stuff. Actually, I think I want to use this for this spot. The ethereal arrows, it does a really good, like, shotgun type thing where it has those, like, couple side projectiles. Yeah, that smelled like something. And those side projectiles... like if they're not hitting anything, then they're not doing damage, so you're missing out on some damage. Okay, and there's obviously a way of getting up on that ridge. Here we are. Okay, and then there's the... It's interesting that they have multiple quick save slots. I don't know if Doom didn't, or if it was just the version that I played, but... Oh, I love the style of death animations that they have in these. Oh, hey, that's just straight up a bag of holding. Well, I wasn't even expecting that to open. I just kind of opened it out of habit. Huh. I don't know how many streams this is going to be, by the way. These aren't the longest games. And I'm not going to, like, try to scour things and be super thorough. But I also don't know how long Heretic is. Like, and I didn't exactly, like, just sit down and play Doom in one setting. I played levels here and there. So I'm imagining this is going to be around probably 2-ish streams. Okay, that's cool, but I don't think that actually helps much. Oh, actually, it doesn't hurt. Yeah, I think I can go out this way. Yeah, this gets me where I want to go. Interesting looking at the level design here, too. This is something that I'm going to want to kind of... It's not as big of a priority for me, but something I want to kind of keep in the back of my mind. One of the things I remember actually John Romero saying in a really interesting talk I saw him give about level design is that trying to avoid symmetry is something he likes in level design. And I think there's a lot of merit to that. It makes a space a bit more interesting if it's not just mirrored. I like the 2 levels of death animation for enemies as well. So yeah, that's like 12.5 minutes. I'm not sure how long to expect these to take, so... Okay, there's nothing in particular on this starting platform. There are some stairs. I definitely didn't play this game as much as I played Heretic, or I didn't play Heretic as much as I played Heretic. I didn't play Heretic as much as I played Hexen, or like Doom 2, or I don't know, to an extent Quake. I feel like Quake is in kind of a weird spot for me though, where I was maybe playing other games more at that point as well. Like my first gaming experience was playing like Wolfenstein 3D and Doom with my dad, so. But Heretic kind of fits in a weird spot where I definitely played it some, but I also don't have a whole lot of like it feels kind of that enchanted space of I definitely played this, but I didn't play it a lot. To where it's like a less prominent type of memory. That makes sense. Less prominent type of memory. Ooh. Yes, please. Thank you. That makes some of the later, and especially later parts of any of these games, all have almost more of a secret for, not exactly like secret forbidden in terms of like you're not allowed here, but the like part of the game I never got to as much or didn't see as much, so it's like less firm memories of them. Oh, it doesn't show me hidden areas right now. I do kind of recall them positioning the ethereal crossbow as sort of a shotgun equivalent. Feels better than Quake shotguns, though, by a lot. There's a couple of reasons for that. Some of it is that I have a better sense of its projectiles. Okay, so it looks like... Yeah, okay, so it looks like you only bring through one copy of each artifact. So you might as well kind of use stuff up a little bit in the level. Go ahead and heal up a little bit there. This also gets pretty sweet. Like, all of the weapons have really cool variants when you Tome of Power them. I think that's really neat design-wise, actually. Okay, where are we looking at? I just need to go back, basically. This is where I got the crossbow. Open the monster closet. One of the things to look for me is how much does this game employ tripwires? Doom 2 in particular, like, so Doom 1 level design felt extremely mazy. Like it was intentionally trying to be very confusing to navigate. On the other hand, Doom 2, like, I don't remember it feeling quite as mazy, but I do remember it, I need to not strafe right into projectiles. Okay, that's just not working super well there. I've lost track of what I was trying to say. That happens when you stream. Hang on. I've just gone in a big old circle, haven't I? Doom 2's levels had a lot more tripwires that I felt like you had to find to progress, and I remember distinct points where I got mega lost going in circles trying to figure out how to activate tripwires in order to be able to get anywhere. I do not consider that to be the best design. In fact, I consider that to be bad design. It's interesting going back to old games that you played and kind of re-experiencing them. I think that there was a lot of cool stuff, mind you. And what is this alcove that I'm seeing on the map? Was there even anything relevant back there? Like, I can see over to there. That doesn't actually get me anywhere. There we go. Oh, that guy's not a problem anymore. Okay, that looks like that must connect on the other side, maybe? Yeah, this goes around and up. Oh, interesting. So there's an invulnerability artifact over there. I'm going to activate this one. Again, use it or lose it sort of scenario. Looking for weird textures and stuff to try to find secrets is a time-honored tradition in these games. Interesting little spot. Okay, so that's clearly a teleport pad. I'm gonna go back out and around the structure a little bit. Nice ammo there. I'm definitely feeling more inert, resistant to motion sickness after having played a bunch of Doom on my Switch, so that's nice. Well, maybe a little bit. Okay, let's see where this goes. Oh, this just goes back to the start of the level. Interesting. Where do I... Okay, so there's a green thing there. There's a current in the water for anyone who didn't know. That was me accidentally hitting the wrong button. This feels like the exit. I don't know that it is. I mean, everywhere is theoretically getting me closer to the exit, right? Ow. That hurt my face. Yeah, that's the other thing this doesn't have. It doesn't have a character's face. Okay, that was the level. Excellent. Now entering the guard tower. So this is very differently structured. Like, it has the keys in the middle. It has an armor meter on the side. I haven't found any armor. Life on the left, but also a life meter on the bottom. Inventory and then current weapon ammo. I think I'd have to go back and review, but I think Hexen actually does have ammo meters for both mana types. One of the things that's really interesting about Hexen is it has 4 classes each, or it has 3 classes each with 4 weapons. Sorry, I got my 4s a little mixed up there. And as a result, each one has fewer total weapons. There's only 2 ammo types. I think it just is a more streamlined experience. I don't necessarily feel the loss of weapons as much looking back. I think this is going to be the game that actually feels like it has the most weapon diversity of the 5 games I'm kind of mentally associating with each other and looking at. Wolfenstein 3D had like 3 weapons or something. You know, these games are really cool. It would be nice to kind of get some sort of HD remake of them that had a higher actual resolution and maybe cleaner lighting. Like, I like the lighting in these games, but it can be a bit murky. They're definitely the product of an era. I still think that the visuals look pretty good overall. Particularly in Doom where they're using sprites. Things have a tendency to have a bit better resolution. This is going back to the start. Yeah, okay. Now, one thing I think is an advantage in Doom is the pistol sharing ammo with another weapon means that that ammo type isn't quote wasted as much as this one is. I think this weapon is maybe a little bit better than the pistol in Doom. However, so not. Yeah. Did hear one behind me. I heard a golem cry, but I couldn't tell you from whence it came. Yeah, okay. We're doing really well on ethereal crossbow bolts. Oh, excuse me, ethereal arrows. They are, properly, arrows come from a bow, and it's bolts from a crossbow, but whatever. I'm not that picky. What? Oh. The red axes deal significantly more damage, if you've been seeing some from these enemies. Hi, you. Okay, I don't know what the story is there. Need a yellow key for over here, so that's good to keep in mind. You can definitely one-shot those guys if you're close enough. Nice. What does that do? Ah. Ow. Pro tip, that's a crusher. And will deal vast sums of damage to you. Also, ow. I am surprised it didn't just one-shot me. There's plenty of crystal vials around, so, like, I can deal, but... There are some really rough spots playing Quake, let me tell you. Where I found myself, like, one-shotted by a shambler that I have to somehow manage to kill on a bridge above me. That was a rough period. Okay, I can't just hop down there, but yeah, here's some stairs. Do I have... Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. I was not expecting to miss the ammo thing as much as I actually find myself missing it. Because it feels like it's harder to make informed decisions about weapon swapping. And the fact that it takes a while to swap weapons means that it's not actually a minor thing. Oh, I have a bunch of these suckers. They're a lot more generous with those than I was expecting. Okay. I need a green key. Okay, so this must be a green door. Yeah. These games end up being hunts for switches and keys, which is frankly what a lot of games are. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, by the by. Hang on. Okay, there's a thing on the other side. Is it up here? Hang on, I think I just ran past a quartz. Oh, hello. Ah. Okay, that's how one gets over there. I'm not going to have a good moment to use these, so I might as well just use one. If I'm going to be reset down to 1 at the end of the level anyway, why not? Oh, okay. How does one... Huh. They actually last a decent length of time, too, I'm noticing. That was the wrong time to hit the quick save. Let me freaking tell you that. I mean, that happens sometimes. It's interesting how much better picking up items feels in Hexen just because I know I'll get to keep them. On the other hand, knowing that the items are going to just disappear in this makes it a little bit easier to be like, well, I might as well just use it. In fact, I'm going to use one of those quartz flasks now. Wait, where do I need to go? No, it is this way. Yeah, over here. Oh wait, this is above the area I just was, isn't it? Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, and there's the exit. That's cool. That enemy returns in Hexen. Yeah, so see, all of those quantities got reset. It again, it makes it a little freer to just kind of use them, but also kind of, I don't know. You can see this shoots iron balls out, which is kind of cool. I think the Hell Staff is my favorite souped up effect. I actually really feel like Tomes of Power add a lot to this game, by the way. Not sure how you're supposed to end up on that, but that's okay. Oh, that's an elevator. Okay, let's see where the elevator goes. Okay. Well, that elevator doesn't really go anywhere, turns out. From what I can tell, anyway. Okay, that requires the yellow key. Okay, these both require a yellow key. Interesting. Okay, so that building is locked by the yellow key. Did I or did I not just see an enemy? Oh, yikes. Okay, let's go ahead and use one of those torches then. Yeah, it's one of those things that's awkward about having a common healing item be an inventory item is you kind of can... When should you use stuff versus hoard it? Okay, well, apparently that's not a secret area. Or at least they didn't make any sort of, you found a secret sort of indication. Okay, so the yellow key is over there. Yeah, I was able to run over here. Very good. Take a moment there to itch my nose, because I am a human being that sometimes has itchy body parts. Okay, so Silver Shield gives 100 armor. Excellent. And that's the first time I've gotten the armor. For those who are wondering, the story is that you were like the amalgamation of 7 things or something and are going to go fight an evil being that is basically taken over the universe called, or your planet called the Sparrow, I think. It's a whole like Serpent Rider saga between Heretic, Hexen, and Hexen 2. I never did like Hexen 2 as much as the first one. It's on the Quake 2 engine as well, if I recall correctly. I just don't think that works quite as well as the other things. Okay, hang on. I'm missing something. What am I missing here? Tab, do you show anything? Nothing conclusive. Map is admittedly a little hard to read. What am I hearing? I feel like I'm hearing. Maybe there's something over here? Torch went out. I feel like I'm hearing some sort of elevator or something going up and down. There we go. Got the Tome of Power. Now I just need to... Do I have multiple tomes? No, I just have the one. Okay, that's fine. Oh, okay, that's just a shortcut back out. Okay, a lot of stuff going on over here. I'm gonna just heal up. I know there's a lot of wasted healing there, but I can imminently feel myself losing these items. Oh, hi. I just found the blue key. That's nice. The level design definitely feels a bit more intentionally a place than I feel like a lot of the Doom stuff was. Like, a lot of the Doom levels didn't feel like they were trying to be areas as much as this is trying to do that. That might be a redundant switch. Okay, what's with the bells, though? Oh, you know what I need to find? Is I need to find the friggin' blue door. That's what I need to find. Yeah, okay, so that goes back to that half. I need to do more stuff over in this half. Oh, blue door. Again, I don't feel like I need to defeat all enemies. Ooh, this is pretty. I like their stained glass. No, I'm just not at a spot to be able to pick that up right now. How? Oh. I see. So... that's how this works. What? Okay. Oh, this has a look system. Okay. Interesting. Like, a lot of these are not super valuable to pick up. just because they'll vanish, but well, happy to pick up this ammo. Turn to the wings of off, and it looks like they're about to run out anyway. It screams end of level. Okay, well, they want to give those to me right off the bat. I'll take them. I feel like this level's vaguely familiar looking. It's also going to be interesting to kind of see what stuff they give me when and whatnot, and like what enemies show up. So far we've seen Ifrits, probably? Ifrits, the flying dudes, these golem enemies. The Revenant, Axe Throwy, or Ghost Warriors, or Spirit Warriors, or whatever they call them. I'm not sure what they call the enemies. But the ones that throw the axes that can drop ethereal arrows. And we've just started seeing the Disciples of Despero, probably. If I had to guess at their name. Okay, so I can't go that way until I find out how to get up there. This looks promising. I know there's more enemies. I have played this game before. It's just been a long while, and I don't remember the details super well. Okay. Hang on. What am I missing? Oh, they lowered the key. That's what I was missing. Alright. Let's see what's through the store. Like, even this weapon is actually pretty good when under the effects of the Tome of Power. It's a lot of work to make something that gives all of your weapons new functionality. By the by, but I think it's cool. There's a lot of this interesting bell going on. Yeah, they're also finally starting to give me... these backpacks are a weird item. I can see why you'd eventually kind of get rid of them. Hang on, torch. They gave me a torch, and then they made the room really dark. So I kind of want to, you know, take advantage of their generosity. I actually really like this Dragon Claw. Okay, this feels like it's an outlet. Aha, I thought that might be the case. That inventory is extremely clunky to use. I'm not sure that they necessarily have a better option. Actually, I think it would work a bit better on a controller. Because here I'm having to kind of move fingers around in kind of an awkward way. I'm using like all of the fingers on my right hand for navigation, you know? So it's like... Okay, that is a tripwire trigger. You have to cross the spot to make that lower. I don't mind that too much for a secret area where it's well telegraphed, but when you have to go to the other side of the freaking space... I don't know how good these are. They're really awkward to use, so I haven't used them much. I think this will rise when you approach it with a green key, but for that to work, I need to find a green key, which I have not done. What does... Oh. I think... Okay, that's not... I think I like the implementation of the fletchets from Hexen a bit better. Okay, I'm thinking there's maybe a bit more to examine over here. Okay, that's the big dark room. Hmm. Oh, interesting. Sends me all the way back over here. Wonder to what end. Doesn't seem like that accomplishes a whole lot. It might be there more for PvP reasons. I think you could deathmatch on these same maps. Okay, so there's definitely... interesting. So does that... Okay, that takes me back up and... Oh, I can just freaking walk up here? Really? I don't know that that does me much good. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I bet what's going to happen is I find the green key. That lets me go around and activate the switch over there. That probably lowers this center area. I think that's what's going to happen. And that lets me go up here. But up here doesn't do much. Just led me over to the ethereal crossbow. It creates a semi-comparable structure. Huh. Okay, there must be something more I'm missing over in this general area. That's my only conclusion. Must be some way over there. This is suspicious. Is this nothing? Huh, that feels like something. Oh, here we are. And now that's something. Do I have to go back around to get you to lower? Maybe. I don't know how you're supposed to get down here otherwise. Well, that does a lot of damage. Those guys absolutely explode. Okay, I'll say this about the Time Bomb of the Ancients. They definitely live up to the name of bomb. Wowzers. Excellent boom power. Okay, I'm not going to take that just yet because I imagine that's going to send me back somewhere. And I don't feel like going back somewhere just yet. Again, I'm using these time bombs because if I don't, they're just going to go to waste anyway. I have an extra Tome of Power to use too. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and use it now. Oh, there's what I'm looking for. There's the green key. Okay, where does this teleporter go? Just realized I hadn't saved in a little while. Oh, that gives me the Tome of Power. Excellent. Okay, so there's another one in here. A Morph Ovum. Morph Ovum are extremely powerful. They literally turn your enemies into chickens. If I recall correctly, anyway. Excellent. Yeah, that's now open. There we go. Was that an absolute waste? Heck yeah, it was. But I showed it off. The inventory system does feel like it adds a good bit to this. I do feel like parts of it work well and other parts don't. Okay, that's on. I was expecting that to open that up, but obviously it did not. Something over here that's different? Hum. Hang on. Where's this go? Right, this is just how those things work. Okay, I have to go around to get back in. I'll go that way. Let's go. I see why this... There? This is really reminding me of the maziness of a Doom level. I'll be real with y'all. Okay. I don't know why they're bothering giving those to me, but okay. Maybe I need... No, the solution to the level cannot be fly somewhere. That's a very bad solution. Because if the item runs out before you go where you need to go, then you can't beat the level anymore and you soft lock. They're not going to do that. That last one is the most useful, because that's the one I get to keep. I was out of armor. Interesting. I'm going to switch to the crossbow for a bit as soon as I remember what the crossbow is. Oh, those guys can drop Dragon Claw ammo. That's cool. This is probably the end of the level. Yeah. Now entering the graveyard. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay, so they're introducing the concept of cloaked enemies. Which is interesting. Of course, Doom had cloaked enemies as well. In the form of the specters. Morph ovum. Whatever armor I'd had is now gone. Refill is welcome as well. Make a save because I survived a bunch of dangerous enemies. Are trying to do me in. It's interesting to wonder if they're gonna, how much they might change up the order. Yeah, this is the graveyard. Obviously, I saw that. I remember that now. This is why being able to see ammo is really helpful, is it lets you know if you're full on a weapon or... I don't know how I feel about these invisible enemies. Okay, a Tome of Power. Excellent. I used a lot of ammo on him. Let's actually load up my Morph ovum. Okay, so there's a yellow door over there. Zoom. I do love how ridiculously fast you run in these games. Oh, okay, let's just check something. Oh, that's fascinating. Okay, so you can't actually see what was going on there that I'm fascinated by. So what happened was I accidentally hit 2 to bring up weapon 2, which is a somewhat underwhelming weapon. It's the pistol equivalent, right? This is technically a thing that they can do. This floor is very weird, and I hesitate to call it fun. What am I attempting to accomplish over in this area? I haven't the foggiest idea what my goal is. But anyway, so like I hit the button to switch to weapon 2 and then rapidly hit to 3. So if I push 4 and then 2 in quick succession, I pull out 2 and don't have to wait. So like if I hit 3 and the animation of it coming up starts, like you can see I can kind of cancel the rise animation to swap weapons like a little bit faster, but if I hit 2 and then 3 in quick succession, it just straight up cancels switching. So it means that if I accidentally hit the wrong button, I can kind of fix my blunder. And I think that's really cool. Okay, so what am I trying to do over here? I am... Oh, I see. There's an opening over here now. Yeah, okay, there's the green key. Okay, let's stop interfacing with this weird thing. It's those, like, little how does this work details that I really kind of enjoy finding out. Wee. Okay, I filled this guy up on ammo. I want to get close enough so I can actually see what I'm trying to shoot. So another thing that I think, like, these blue orbs, for example, are being affected by the shadow, and I feel like, and these right here, these torches are not, but I think those torches are being marked as ignoring the lighting engine. Which is different from being an emissive material in like modern standards, like modern technology and shaders and stuff. I think that the ammo for this weapon, the claw orbs or whatever they call them, would, if this was a modern game, would actually themselves be a light source that glowed. I think that would be pretty cool as well, incidentally. Okay. What do I try to do here? Oh, well, that might help. I'm just gonna Activate my own cloaking device. Okay, hang on. I'm hearing an enemy, and it sounds like it's on the other side of that wall. Which is not especially helpful. Ah, here we are. Invisible chicken. I'm probably playing this a little weird, where I'm using the, arrow keys for principal movement and Z and X for strafing. Okay, I don't know what's in there, but I have extras of these, so let's just... There's a lot of time bombs of the ancients. Again, stocking you up on equipment like this is just not super useful. What am I gonna do with 12 time bomb of the ancients? 13 before the level ends? Like, I don't know. Ah, here's... Oh. Well then. We're just going to reload. Technical difficulties, everyone. That happens every now and then. Okay, what were we up to? Okay, I don't think I'd yet hit the... Oh, this is gonna have only... No, I still have multiple of those. Where was it? Was it this switch? Yeah, here we are. Another reason to make sure I'm using that regularly. Okay, they seem to be done attacking me. I don't know what happened there, I just know it crashed, so... Okay. Time bombs of the ancients. Okay, let's just finish that level. They definitely will hide switches and stuff. So far I haven't gotten a weapon past this one. It looks like... Okay, that feels like it should open, but it didn't. Yeah, there's another ethereal flask over there. Wait, I need to figure out how to get back up there. I'm gonna switch over to this for the moment. The Tome of Power makes you use up a lot more ammo with the other weapons, so cause it's like 5 ammo per shot. It's a slower rate of fire, but not like a slow rate of fire, if you know what I mean. That guy's weirdly tanky. This feels like it goes somewhere, and the lighting pattern makes me think that will be stairs at some point, but... Definitely is not yet. Yeah, okay, that just made... Yep. That's interesting. That guy, I think I hit the... some sort of sound effects cap, because that guy didn't make a sound effects the way I would have expected. Wonder how like deathmatch and stuff was on this game. I never really did any of that. Okay, sure, we'll take it. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so far I haven't gotten beyond that weapon. I know that there's, like, at least 3 more weapons. Hellstaff on 5, I think Phoenix Rod on 6, and then the ball thing on 7. Is there any actual value to being up here? Not as far as I can tell. Could use more armor. Okay, well I didn't kill them with the thing, I definitely hit them with it. You know what, yeah, let's go ahead and become invulnerable for a little bit here. Okay, you know what, maybe that was premature. Maybe there aren't any enemies here. Green, yeah, everything is... color is hard to tell right now. Okay, that was definitely premature use of an invulnerability item. That's okay. Okay, so the question is that on a cycle or a trigger? I think it's on a trigger. Okay, cool. I found the green key. That was needed. Okay, that was needed down there, as I was recalling. Okay. What? Oh! I telefragged a guy. That's cool. I'm finding stuff just by clicking on weird looking textures, by the way. These games have they use weird, inconsistent texture stuff as tells for things. What? No. What? Okay, I do want to be on the other side of this. Same sort of corner. Sort of Robin Hood throne. Why am I getting wrecked by these things? Yeah, I just used my invulnerability item on panic mode. Yeah, you know what? There were a lot of enemies up here. I mean, maybe I killed them all off already, but... Again, just looking to get through them. Hell's Mott. It looks like there's either... It might be... one more level after this one. I don't like my health situation. It feels kind of low. Okay. That was a really good job of making it sound like I'm searing my feet off. Okay. Who needs ammo for one of your guns? I will take a Tome of Power, absolutely. Do I know what that switch does? Not a clue. It looks like it opened the door over there. My guess is this will teleport me back. I was correct. Are these things replicating? How? I don't like being in here. Holy moly. Okay, okay, okay. What? Those things have crazy homing on them. I don't know who invented... These things are friggin' scary. Supplies, please. Does that work? Oh. Haha, I killed it already. Excellent. Hello, Tome of Power. Yes, please. Okay, hang on. Oh man, I should have saved much earlier. Yep. My feet are on fire and oh goodness. Whew. Okay, this is a little bit of a hard level here. Okay. Ah. Whoop. I'll make sure I've gone all the way over here and grabbed the second Tome of Power. This is a good final level here, y'all. Holy crap. The real challenge here is the friggin' dudes with their... There's some sort of wonky shortcut for cycling your items, and it's throwing me off. Okay. Whew. With the destruction of the Iron Liches and their minions, the last of the undead are cleared from this plane of existence. Those creatures had to come from somewhere, though, and you have the sneaky suspicion that the fiery portal of Hell's Maw opens on to their home dimension. To make sure that more undead, or even worse things, don't come through, you'll have to seal Hell's Maw from the other side. Of course, this means you may get stuck in a very unfriendly world, but no one ever said being a heretic was easy. Very similar to Doom's lore in that regard. That was a hydration. So, yeah, you can see executive producer was John Romero, 3D engine John Carmack. So now we do, so that's City of the Damned. Now we do Hell's Maw. The contrast on this is absolutely awful, by the way. What? Yes, I would like to save. There we go. Some sort of UI bug or something. If this crashes soon, I wouldn't be surprised, but we'll just load back up. Of course, with all of these, when you start a new episode, you start off with no weapons, which is very interesting. Doom 2 didn't appear to use episodes like the other ones did. I find it really interesting. As like a creative decision. Maybe if I went back and played the original, I would encounter some, but... the episodes are particularly useful for the shareware model of game, where they would basically release the first episode for free, and you could play through that. And then you're like, but I want more of this game, and then you'd buy the full game. Oh, goodness. Yep. Immediately we're starting off with... I believe this is a behemoth. New enemy right off the bat. Okay, and the only thing I have right now is a torch. I would like to be able to see. Okay, they're giving me ethereal wings, so let's... Not strictly speaking necessary picking that up, but that's going to make it a lot easier for sure. Toast my feet sees a little bit there. A very different era of game design than what modern stuff it tends to be. Yeah, I'll take one of those. Okay, so I'm looking for... Hang on. I have a question. Oh, that teleports you out. Interesting. Huh. Well, that wasn't entirely my question, but... It wasn't not my question. Torch is running out. Oh, there it is. Okay, so if you hold down shift when hitting enter, it will cycle through your inventory, which is actually super awkward. That feels like the exit, so I'm just going to fully heal before stepping through. The lava pits. I mean, I guess so, yeah. What? Okay. Try to clear some of these guys out. I would love to have this game at a higher resolution, you know? Just like natively running. I don't know that we have the source code to it that like we do like Doom though. Part of what means Doom has so many versions is that id Software publicly released the source code. These enemies right here, the Scythe/slashy boys, make me think of Hork-Bajors from Animorphs. I don't think that was the intention. I think there's just similar descriptions, but... Okay, those lava falls are really pretty. It's really weird, though, the lighting systems of these times, because that lava should be a light source, and maybe it gets a little bit more illuminated, but it shouldn't have that sort of dimness happen. Okay, I just got a lesser rune, which is very exciting. This... Ooh. Okay, this was a good spot. The armor is welcome. I'll absolutely be happy to use quartz flasks here. Okay, so it looks like there is some enemy infighting in this game as well. That's something that they could have removed. Okay, so now comes the real question of how... Oh, wait, they gave me wings. I don't know if that's the intended way out. But that's certainly a way out, and I'm going to use it. So, like, It's really interesting to me. Like, this one starts off much more aggressively paced, obviously. But what's really interesting to me is by using this sort of episode model, it's kind of what's the description I'm looking for here? You are coming into this as like it's almost its own built-in sequel, right? And I think that's really interesting. Where it's like, okay, here's new enemies, new weapons, like more of the old stuff too, but like, hey, we're using some new visual styling stuff. Right? Where it's like some of this is familiar and some of it is kind of new. There's a switch over there that I am going to open. I just want to see where this goes first. Oh, it's okay. There's just two doors there. Fine. And they start off really aggressive, like, hey, we know you've played the previous one, right? We don't need to have a tutorial because you've played the game already. We don't need to... Like, we can jump you in expecting you to know what you're doing, but it's also a fresh start. And I think that's really interesting, like, effect of this particular design paradigm that I kind of would like to see again, honestly. Oh, I am... Do I have... Yeah. Oh, wow. I ran out of ethereal arrows. Was not expecting that. Okay, so that's interesting. That's clearly a door. What I'm doing now is I'm looking for a switch for that, and I'm not seeing one. So, mayhap we come back later. But what it means is that it allows some degree of continuity, right? But also some degree of change. And I think that's pretty neat. Where it's like, okay, you do a run through and you get a bunch of weapons and stuff. But then you have more game to play fresh. I don't know. I'm liking some of the consequences of the sort of setup. Okay, they've been giving me a bunch of runes. Runes are ammos for the health staff, which is... Okay, this just keeps opening. I could actually be looking at map. Okay, that's all the further that opens. Oh, yeah, there's a door here. There's a switch. I heard an elevator sound. There's the weapon itself. It's basically your plasma rifle. I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, what weapons are good is entirely a function of how much ammo you have. I mean, it's not entirely, but that's a substantial contributor. A weapon you don't have ammo for isn't any good, is my point. I don't use those much. Melee weapons aren't very good. So you have these, right, which do this big green lightning effect, and then you have this terrible staff. Use this for the moment. I'm gonna actually heal up the rest of the way. This was the green door. There's definitely some interesting, like, seeing how these levels loop around that I enjoy. Two of 5 secrets. The River of Fire. They're really leaning into that whole lava thing, aren't they? That is some... What am I hearing? I mean, I'm hearing lots of different things. That's kind of the point. I like the trade-off of, well, you're invulnerable, but you can't see anything. It's really interesting to me, actually. Yeah, you can see that I'm actively... Oh, really? I'm actively taking damage from the fire here. Or I was while I was standing in it. It's just... Or like the sort of you are taking damage from the fire effect was mega going while I was standing in it. My interesting is because that I just picked up a stack of ammo for I don't even know how to describe it. It's just a very weird. Okay, that's not worth. I already have 4. It's not worth it to grab that ammo. Yeah, the mace spheres. Which I have no idea if that means the mace is in this level, but it definitely indicates it's in this episode. I feel like I never got the mace very often when I played this game as a kid. Oh yeah. I'll take that. Okay. Okay. So how do I get up there? Is this still lit? Yeah, okay. I was just checking to see. Sometimes switches are toggles and sometimes they're whatever you call a switch that just stays on, I guess. I'll take one of those. Okay. There's a green door. I haven't even found a yellow key yet, so... There's no rule that says keys have to go in specific ways. Okay, so that one's yellow at the end. So... Typically, the way that these things are structured is that... Okay, there's the yellow key. So maybe I need the green key first? Maybe I need the blue key first? Maybe I just needed to walk down here first? I just needed to walk down here first. Excellent. Yes, I do want a quick save, thank you. Kind of wanted to pick up that ammo. Not sure it was worth, though. Okay, I do have multiple of those. That's good. Make my feet a little toasty. Well, that's not suspicious at all. I really like the Tome of Power version of this. That makes that rain that does a damage. Yeah, I love that effect. Also, here's the mace. Again, this is in Tome of Power mode, so it's going to be a little bit wonky in its behavior right now. Okay. That area was hard to move in. I feel like a lot of these weapons have most of their interest in the Tome of Power version. And are otherwise... This is what? Weapon 7, though? Yeah, this is weapon 7. Happy to pick up some runes. As you'll see, this is basically just another machine gun. It's like everything 4-up is a machine gun that uses different ammo. And then the things that differentiate them are how they behave under the Tome of Power. Although this one has some fun stuff where its projectiles bounce. So that's technically kind of cool. I don't know. This one reminds me of the plasma rifle, and I love the plasma rifle, so But it is interesting, like, I'm just trying to think about, like, the different roles that some of these weapons have. I am woefully needing to find the blue key back here. Hang on. Okay, like, pretty sure that's going to be the exit. Oh, but there's a switch I threw there. Huh, I wonder if that switch is... What's relevant? Maybe? Oh, right, because I know where the blue key is. It's just... Yeah, okay. See, that's a really cool and unique effect, right? That is making danger puddles. That's really cool. Machine gun, like basically the plasma rifle, is a neat weapon. I enjoy it. But like, how many weapons of that type do we actually need? And are we actually able to make practical use out of? I will take the enchanted shield. Oh, Inferno Orb. Interesting. Inferno Orb is ammo for the rocket launcher equivalent of the Phoenix Rod. I feel like there's more melee inclined enemies in this than there are in Doom. All right. That was an interesting level. It's very, like, loopy. The Ice Grotto. How's my ammo on this? Doing pretty well, actually. I feel like this is a slightly lower fire rate, but maybe slightly more damage per projectile. I don't know. I'm not... Part of what I wanted to do here was analyze the weapons, right? And I'm thinking about them. Oh, I'm feeling all sorts of turned around. And part of what I'm thinking about these weapons is like, there's a lot of the same type of thing going on here. Not like identical, but very same type. I'm gonna go ahead and use this. Okay. There's a green area. Okay. Hang on. So there's a spot kind of this way-ish. Maybe has something more going on. So right now, part of what I'm examining is that there's the pistol sort of equivalent that's a bit like underwhelming as far as weapons go. So like there's your melee options of this and this, neither of which you want to use because having to, like they don't use ammo, but having to be in melee range of enemies is bad. Then there's this, which is like your pistol. It's not very good, so you don't want to really use it. There's the shotgun equivalent of this. And then there's this, and this that all function as some variant on machine gun, like your rapid fire weapon. And there's like some slightly different properties going on between them. And then there's going to be the rocket launcher and the Phoenix Rod, which I don't have yet. There's some slight different properties among all of them, but like by and large, they are fairly similar feeling in terms of the machine guns. Like, oh, there's the Phoenix Rod, speaking of weapons. Okay, so this thing is basically a rocket launcher. high damage. I don't know how much splash it has. Okay, it definitely can hurt you. Hey, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Denyu? That's my best guess at pronouncing your name. But I do appreciate it. So yeah, I definitely... So the thing about Hexen that I'm really starting to appreciate is just kind of thinking through it and thinking about these weapons in some of these games. Whoa. Hi. That was rude. Ow, my face. So in this, the Tome of Power does a really good job of helping give those weapons some additional definition. I kind of feel like maybe more of that tomed functionality should be the default. Because like, again, being able to make danger puddles is really useful. And a really cool piece of functionality. Okay, do I have... Yeah. Use those. Okay. Yeah, let's just go down here. Oh, there's some Phoenix Rod ammo I could have picked up there, but that's fine. Okay, there must be something more over here. Yeah, okay, there's the friggin' whole door. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Somehow I didn't see the door. Oh, where does this go? Ah, there's a green key. Excellent. Yeah, an Inferno Orb. So if we're thinking a little bit about weapon archetypes, something that these games generally lack is an equivalent to a sniper rifle. That is a weapon that's really good at long range, but like the resolution of these games isn't really conducive to something like that anyway. So like the Phoenix Rod gets a flamethrower effect. And to some extent, the rocket launchers in these games function as a sniper rifle. They're not a weapon you want to use up close because the splash damage is going to absolutely destroy your face. So using them at a range is kind of the best use. There's definitely a problem that I had playing Quake was that it was hard to use the rocket launcher. Oh, this is something I want to talk about as well. Well, so I've talked during my Hexen playthrough. I talked pretty at length about various parts that gave me like visual nostalgia and stuff. This texture here, the sort of like bright blue cyan tiling, I have a ton of nostalgia for that specific like visual effect. There's going to be other areas where that sort of thing is done more in the way that I think of. But yeah, I have a lot of nostalgia for it. But yeah, one of the things I was saying with Hexen that I'm really growing to appreciate is that it's hard for this era of FPS to have more than about 4-ish weapons in some regards. What? Jerk. So having a much more limited pool of weapons actually works out really well for that game, I think. In a way that I didn't quite fully appreciate previously. And I'm coming to appreciate a lot more now. I'm out of armor again. Seems to happen to me a lot. Basically, I'm realizing I have kind of mixed feelings about the Tome of Power, because I think it's fun and cool, but part of it's because it makes your weapons interesting in a way that they aren't normally. And would it not be better to have your weapons be more normally interesting? That's kind of what I'm thinking about right now. I feel like I've gone a while without saving. I do keep having this problem where I accidentally hit shoot instead of run. I mean, it's control versus shift, so they're right next to each other, so it's like not as weird as that might sound. I don't know why they're dropping rockets in the middle of lava, but whatever. They're Inferno Orbs, right? Oh, am I up on runes? Yeah, I think I am. Ah, hi. Found a guy. How long do I plan to go today? I don't actually... Oh, I was just talking about needing armor. Okay, so I'm mostly looking for the blue key. Is that right? Whoops. Okay, apparently I can just jump off of that. Okay, that's the main area again. A little confused about where I haven't been yet, but I think I came through there. Judging by all of the dead enemies, mostly. Whoops. Chaos device. I believe the chaos device warps you back to the start of the level. And then Hexen would introduce the displacement device that would do something similar for enemies. If I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken, and I could be mixing some stuff up. Oh, okay. And I'm not quite sure how I grabbed that torch, but I'll take it. Looks like this building over here is underexplored. Oh, I must have just opened that. While Tome of Power is up, this is a flamethrower, which deals real good damage. Those guys are a little scary, but I got through it okay. Okay, hang on. This way. Got there. Do the Catacombs. Okay, this is a level that I immediately recognize. I don't know why I feel like I didn't really recognize the previous ones. This one feels very familiar. It's like I don't know what ends up making a level feel familiar or not, but here we are. And I remember like right down here is a dragon claw. Like that is the thing that I most distinctly remember about this. Got the yellow key despite the thing's best efforts. Okay. There's a behemoth or something up there. I really do appreciate... Wait, so does it... No, you have to wait for it to fully swap. So I was trying to figure out ammo. Like, if there's a way to check out my ammo levels without having to actually equip the weapon. And the answer predominantly seems to be no. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, the more I'm playing this, more I'm like, yeah, but the Tome of Power versions of these weapons are just so much more interesting than the normal versions. And, I mean, not 100%, but it's kind of making me wonder, like, okay. Like, just in terms of how I use them, right? Not even... It's not a power level thing. It's a, okay, well that was... It's a, how is this weapon practically useful? This might have been a lethal fall. No. No, there's a little cutout here. I don't know to what end. I could become invulnerable. Let's see. 9. Okay, so there's an invulnerability thing down there. Let's go ahead and activate this. You can hear my feet sizzling. Oh yeah, this is something that I was kind of mentioning earlier, but not well. In Doom, there's a notable, like, distinction between you have... you're invulnerable to damage, but you're still, like, getting hit, as it were. And I would rather not have to run on that. And, I thought got distracted by enemies. But between, like, okay, you're invulnerable, so you're not taking damage, but you're still getting, like, hit by this thing, so it's still, like, playing some of the sound effects related to it. Versus, like Toxic Floor or whatever. Versus you have the thing that lets you walk through this, like the biosuit or whatever, that stops you from actually taking damage from it at all, I think is really interesting. Like some of the... You can tell technical things that are happening because of the sounds. Well, That makes me feel a bit better about somewhat poorly using that Tome of Power. I was bamboozled into thinking there were fewer enemies than there actually ended up proving to be. That would actually have been a good spot to use a weaker weapon. Silver shield over there. Happy to pick that up. Okay. Yeah, okay. We'll continue on over here. Those guys are not too bad, especially if you have a Tome of Power you can use. They are very scary, but lights flicker a lot in this. I have 7, don't I? Why this elevator? Ah. Well, I did need the green key, so I'm happy to receive that. That was a weird, slightly disorienting feeling moment there for a moment. Oh, interesting. Mystic Urn. That reprises, or shows up again in Hexen as a full heal item. I imagine it's one in this as well, but... It's weird how resilient those things are. Another thing that's really interesting is that the golem type enemies haven't actually been showing up. At all in this expansion, which kind of, or at least not that I recall anyway. Well, wherever I ended up, whatever was there before did not like me landing on it. Okay, so now I need to go find where I needed the blue key. I had never played these levels properly as a kid, my goodness. Okay. Yeah, I think I need to go back, like, all the friggin' way around. Yeah, through the green door. That was a right run around that was. Labyrinth. There's a few levels left, it looks like. I think I might finish this episode and then call it there. I don't know if I'll be back to try to finish this game or not. The only reason why I'd I've seen all of the weapons now, which is the main thing that I wanted to do. And it'd be mostly to try to find additional enemies or for the sake of having finally beaten the game or whatever. Which is not super compelling to me as a motivation, I should add. There's really a fire-ice theme. That's where you ended up. I don't remember there being particularly many more enemies, just kind of the merfolk type enemies. I remember this spot distinctly as well. It's a weird sort of maze. Wait, I think I just did a big circle, didn't I? Maybe? Maybe. I am starting to feel the motion sickness building, kind of catching up to me, so. It's a slight camera bob is what does it. Wait, so what was over in that corner? Okay, that's the yellow key door. Okay, that leads me to think that somewhere inside of this freaking awful maze is the yellow key. Yeah, I can see it over there. Here we are. Ice is not fun. It makes you move slowly. Well, that was effective. I could hop down. I don't really want to, though. Okay, so that's just back in here. Okay, that makes me feel a bit more comfortable about hopping down. That's toxic. Wow, that could have gone worse, but I'm not sure quite how. Oh, okay, there. Excellent. Yeah. Hmm. I'll take a bag of holding. Actually, you know what? I think I'm getting motion sick enough at this point that I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here. I feel like I've seen what I really wanted to. So I appreciate anybody for dropping by for the stream, for watching. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here. Just some thoughts. Just kind of wrap things out. Round things out, wrap things up. Thinking about just some of the way weapons and stuff are used and how the level design and stuff is done. It's interesting to me to see how this earlier era of FPS, particularly Doom 2, Heretic, and Quake, they all have keys. Quake only has 2. The other 3 have 3 keys. But there's a lot of emphasis on finding switches and keys in order to be able to kind of like get around. I feel like the weapons definitely fall into some interesting categories where there's the like more close, or like the weapons that's better at close range. The splash damage weapon that you want to use at longer range because you blow yourself up otherwise, and like machine guns. I do like a lot of the innovations that this game has on weapons on the Tome of Power, but I feel like limiting those innovations to the Tome of Power is kind of squandering them a bit. So yeah, I'll have more thoughts. I'm planning on like probably writing an article talking about some of these things, but anyway, that's going to be it for me for today. So I thank you all very much for watching. Let's see how this goes. Get my mouse free. But take care, everyone, and goodbye.